feel safe, I guess, with that hand. He really, I mean, his board presence is all right, but I'm guessing with that hand, he just kind of wanted to feel safe.
I don't see how Christian
Yeah,
can win this game. Like once the Groudon goes down, I mean. I don't know.
And Christian doesn't have another DCE down.
Right.
Which is another thing. The thing that, I mean, on top of having to attack 5 turns in a row, you have to keep those DCE coming, and you only play 4.
And we saw that William picked up the stadium off the N anyway, so he's okay for his next turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like Groudon, but I think it's just going to be a little too slow after Roaring Skies comes out.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of decks get a big speed boost out of Shaman, and then that Rayquaza-based deck in general has just the fact that the Mega Evolution has the Ancient trait that lets it evolve the first turn it's in play.
Yeah.
The Altaria has the Ancient trait that lets it evolve the first turn it's in play.
Right. And, you know, if you do want to, it's weak to Lightning, oh no, Altaria.
Exactly.
So it should be
And then
interesting.
they also got the supporter that lets you search your deck for 3 colorless Pokemon.
Right.
I mean, they just created a whole colorless engine for that set.
That lets it makes Mega Kangaskhan slightly better too.
True.
Because now it doesn't have a Spirit Link, but at the same time you can get rid of its weakness with Altaria, and then it has the stadium. I mean the.
But unfortunately, I mean, Rayquaza's still doing a lot of damage.
A lot of damage, right. And the interesting thing is they said my friend who was just in Japan said they had a big tournament and everybody was expecting Rayquaza to win, but Genesect won because red signaling Shamans, I guess.
Okay.
Worked
I mean,
out
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
The interesting thing will be to see how many decks, what the balance of Shaman and Jirachi is once that set hits.
And another thing, Silent Lab is going to get a big boost.
Which actually could be a reason that Groudon could hang in there.
Right. Because I would imagine that deck's going to put all its draw into Shaman, and you know, once you shut that down, it's going to be a lot slower.
At the same time, they probably are going to have 4 of the stadiums in play.
4 plus more than that to stop the Silent Labs.
Right.
All right, so we see a Colress here. Now he attached a 5th energy to the Groudon.
I think that's just for kicks.
Maybe. And he has the Huluchas out. Just, you know, I think at this game he kind of realizes now that, okay, I don't need those other.
Yeah, he doesn't need it.
I don't need any.
Piece on his Hulucha.
Yeah,
that's how confident he is in this game.
Right, and again, like I was saying before, Christian misses the DCE. So when you're only playing 4, it's so easy not to have the energy to attack.
But he doesn't have a.
He doesn't have the stadium, but I mean, it kind of doesn't matter here because I mean, hey, you can't.
Hits the size of there's a stadium.
You can't attack me.
There's a laser you can't play. The crushing hammer you can't play.
You can't Lysander around it.
Yeah, you can. You
can't target it, but
right.
You can Lysander around it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's like the old Unknown G rulings.
Okay.
Because the effect is on the bench Pokemon.
Okay. Which is a lot better for Groudon. Because if it was the other way around, I don't think Groudon would be.
Oh, no, yeah. If you could pull it up off the bench, it wouldn't be nearly as good.
Right. If it works the other way, it would be good with Donphan.
Oh.
If you couldn't move it from the active spot.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be really good with Donphan.
But then the problem is you'd have to play like Spirit Link, Tool Retriever, Float Stone, or something weird.
Yeah, I mean, well, you play Robo Sub and just evolve with the Robo Sub.
Why do you even need the Groudon then? I mean, I know there are Donphan decks that play Groudon now as a finisher.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a little different. See the DC come down. Gets to swing for 50 before he dies.
I was anticipating him playing a Scoop Up Cyclone there, but it looks like he didn't have it. That was one way he could have kind of saved a turn.
Just a lot of cards in his hand that are just not good in this matchup.
Yeah. My friend played William last round, and he told me he tried to 0-6 the group. Like,
doesn't work
poor
that
thing,
way.
doesn't work that way.
Please don't put the Groudon down.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in putting Groudon down. He's not getting around. But another thing is that, like we were saying, a lot of people don't realize certain things. So Christian might not even know that the ruling is that you can Lysander it out of the way.
True.
So when you play stuff like this, you have those type of things going for you. All right, so he did play the other Groudon down. Unnecessary, but, I mean, at this point, he's probably like, I'm so far ahead.
Right.
How are you going to beat me?
I mean, you just Ultra Ball away your 2 dead supporters, and we see that I believe his second Slurpuff is prized since he had to discard one early, or was it in there? Yeah, it's prized. He has to get the Swampert.
Sycamore looks like he doesn't have much left in his
I'm
deck.
pretty sure that William could win this game by decking Christian out almost.
Yeah. All right, so he does. All right, and this is kind of like a suicide mission. Hit you for 50 and that's game. Because I'm sure he has the stadium. Yep.
Yep. And there we go. And there we see why Groudon is so good against Seismitoad. It just leaves the Toad player with so many cards that are unplayable in their hand. So we'll see if we can get William over here to talk about his deck a little bit.
All right, well, I am out of here. Thank you so much for allowing me to commentate today, Aaron. I really appreciated it.
So here we are with William. We just watched him play against Christian Velasquez with his... Oh, actually, you might be muted still. Yeah, let's fix that. Okay. So there, now we have William to talk about his Primal Groudon deck. We see that you paired it with Victini EX. This is something that's been growing in popularity. Did you expect a lot of Virizion Genesect, or what was the reason behind putting that in your deck?
I put it in there mainly for the speed. It was the fastest way that I could get energy onto the field, get Groudon charged up ASAP, and then he just starts wrecking.
Right.
It catch people off guard all the time.
Okay. Okay. A couple of other interesting things. We see that you have 2 Silver Mirrors in your deck. Is that because you know that Flareon is a fairly weak matchup for the deck?
Because I knew there was going to be a lot of Flareons here in Florida.
So your game plan is just to mirror up a Landorus and kind of go to hope that he doesn't die?
I was basically it's hope, because I know I'm going to get stomped pretty hard.
A lot of them play ways to get around Silver Mirror, but so you just kind of slap it on there and hope he stays alive?
Try and slow him down, and that and Silent Labs. It's my only way of countering Leafeon, really.
We've seen people play things like Focus Sash instead of Silver Mirror. What are your thoughts on, like, why did you play Silver Mirror over Focus Sash?
For most of my playtesting, there's been like maybe 1 or 2 times where I've ever been close to being one shot back on a full Kyogre. So I wasn't too worried about getting one shot back. Usually I've seen lots of bats and they snipe damage off on the field anyway, so I wasn't too worried about needing the Focus
My understanding was that it was mainly for the Flareon game when the Leafeon comes up.
True.
And that,
even then, I still got the weakness policy.
Right.
And I still don't think they would be able to one-shot me. If I had the 4, that's times 2. That's 80 plus the Silver Bangle. That's 220. So you'd have to have Deoxys, yeah.
But that's not asking for too much. A lot of them play 3 Silver Bangles, but that's understandable. Now you mentioned the weakness policy, but I see you don't have Tool Retriever or Masquerain in your deck.
Nope.
So you think that you would have the time to take a turn to just manually Mega Evolve your Groudon?
Yeah, I mean...
against a deck that's as fast as Flareon?
Well, I haven't played any Flareons yet.
Okay.
Like I said, I knew my deck's not that great against Flareon.
Right.
So that's why I put in a couple of attacks here and there to try and slow them down.
Well, definitely, the 4 Silent Lab is definitely a big...
That and safeguards, that's my main reason for that.
True. Very true. Okay, I know I've also seen some lists. I understand that this is probably because you play the Victini. And that I'm sure this is 100% because you play the Victini, but you actually play Ultra Ball. I've seen some lists that were fairly successful that just play Fort Karina. But I will assume that that's because you play Victini.
Exactly.
Have you tried something like 1 Ultra Ball?
I like the 2 count because it has a higher chance of not being prized.
Right. Have you felt that you've needed all of the Victinis that are in your deck?
Oh, no. I have that many.
Obviously, you don't need them every game. You don't need that many every game.
Exactly. I have the 2 Hawlucha. Yes, higher chance of getting started with them. 2 Hawluchas and 3 Victinis. Higher chance of getting one of them up front and then retreating back into Victini if I need to.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Okay.
It's all about the speed.
Is there anything, after seeing what you played against today and what else has been around you, is there anything you would change about your deck?
Yeah, I would play 1 regular Landorus EX if I could.
Okay.
Because that helped me quite a bit for like bench damage and spreading it out for the weaker Pokemon. They don't need to be Gaia Volcano with the stadium on the field.
Right. Have you ever tried playing a Shrine of Memories in your deck?
I thought about it.
4 turns where you don't need a Gaia Volcano, you can use
yeah, the discard attack.
Whatever the second attack is called on Groudon.
130.
I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
I don't remember either. I know it's 130 though.
Right. Which is still a very respectable amount of damage.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I use the weakness policy and the two strong energies for the 170. I've done it a couple times in playtesting, but.
Okay. Yeah, that's something a lot of people just don't expect to be attacked by a regular Groudon. It's very awkward when it does happen to people.
Yeah. This deck is very awkward. That's the way I put it, and I'm surprised I'm doing as well as I am today. So
okay.
I like it's fun.
Now, what do you think about this deck moving forward after the next set is released? Do you think that it will be viable in any way, shape, or form?
Primal Groudon is going to be so much stronger with Mega Turbo in the next set. And I think it's going to be more heavily on Landorus than the Victini side for sure.
Okay.
But if Ridgeon Genesect's still floating around, Victini could see a place.
Okay, and what do you think about Mega Groudon or Primal Groudon when confronted with Mega Rayquaza and these fast colorless decks that are probably going to come out of the next set?
I haven't playtested with it yet.
Right.
I'm going to probably make the deck when I get it, but I want to guess that his getting off the 240 attack very fast is not going to be that high for chance percentage, I guess.
It's more of just them, I would assume,
the
applying
speed.
pressure to you. Right,
yeah.
Exactly. Just because they have the ability to even do something like 120 on turn 1.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to kill things like your Landorus or Victini, just essentially anything but a Groudon on turn 1, especially with, like you said, the Mega Turbo. I think we'll see a lot of we'll see a spike in popularity of Mega Pokemon after that card is released. It's a very strong card for sure. But you think the Groudon will still have a place in the format?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, you got a, 2 rounds left now.
2 more rounds.
4-0-1. Just got to win one game and you're in.
My first top cut ever, so
Well,
looking forward to it. If I
good
can
luck
make
to
it.
you.
Thank you.
And if everything goes your way, we'll see you again on stream soon.
Thank you.
So good luck.
Thank you.
And we will be back with round 6 in a little bit, guys. itself automatically.
Hello, hello. Yeah. Hello, hello.
This is Grafton. Hello. Yep. It's fine now. So, we'll see.
Talk about Rahul.
Oh. H. No, it's EI. And here we are with round 6. We have Raul Reddy on stream again. It's a K.
Which one?
It's the first one. It's KH. Against Daniel Sheik. Joining me in place of Robert Ector this round is Grafton Roll, who Raul credited as being one of the co-creators of this type of Flareon deck. Specifically one of the co-creators of the list that he's using. And we see, looking at Raul's deck, or not Raul, Daniel's deck, since we hadn't seen it previously, it is a Virizion Mewtwo deck that has 2 Seismitoads in it. So Virizion Mewtwo Seismitoad deck combines a little bit of the best of both worlds, or worst, depending on how you want to look at it. I got it. It's back where it was. I didn't get a chance to look at it before it got a giant poison marker put on it. Did Raul open with an Eevee? Is that what that is? That's what it looks like. Pretty sure it's an Eevee.
Alright, I am here now. Hello.
So
Yes, it does look like an Eevee. I'm not sure either. And hello, chat.
see no supporter from either player. Lovely starts.
Yeah, and now it looks like Rahul's not going to be using any of those trainers anymore either. Well, it is not an Eevee, because it just lived putting 50 on it.
Is that an Audino?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Ditto. Oh, it's a Ditto.
It is a Ditto.
It is a Ditto.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, perfect. We figured it out. It is a Ditto.
There we see a Busybody save the Ditto from certain death.
And we do see that he gets the Leafeon. And I do believe, he
He
does
has
have the
Silver
Bangle.
He
So he has
attached
the
that
Bangle.
turn 1. Put a World of Hurt on that Seismitoad. I don't think he wants to put that Shaman down. Depends on how loud you are. So, maybe.
So Rahul does have the DCE in his hand. So if Daniel go ahead and just does the normal play, which would be killing the Ditto, and holding on to that fact, a Shaman EX just hit the bench.
I didn't realize before just how bad Daniel's hand is.
It is really bad.
I'm pretty sure he has 5 grass energy in his hand.
It's even surprising to see that many energies in a deck. I'm still not sure what he's playing. Do you know?
I told you, it's like I said before, it's a Virizion Mewtwo deck that has 2 Seismitoads in it. The Shaman is just attacked.
Okay, and he places a Dene as well. So,
He's got some stuff in there for every matchup. He also has Scramble Switch.
all right.
Which makes sense with Virizion Mewtwo.
Okay, so yeah, Rahul just comes up, attaches the DCE, and sends that Toad right back to its mama. Alright, and we see the laser coming out. It's not going to put him to sleep. And,
What do you even do in this situation?
well,
You
Shaman's
lose.
first attack, he can search for a grass, but I believe Shaman has 110? 110, so if Rahul
heads
just
on
goes
Leaf
in.
Blade and he dies.
Yep.
What a fun game.
Yeah, excellent. And it looks like that's probably what's going to happen, unless he can get the Raichu powered up.
There's a training
Why?
center.
He's
He
just going to
loses
get
a
rid of
Float
it,
Stone.
just for good measure.
Rahul can actually Archie this turn, I believe. I'm not,
Not
sure what
sure
the
if
card
he's
on the
gonna
far
go
left of
for
his
it.
hand was.
He goes in, just grabs an Eevee.
I think he has a Flareon in his hand. I know he discarded it.
Well, it wouldn't matter this turn anyways. Alright, Float Stone. Oh,
Of V-Seeker, okay. So no,
Okay.
he could not have Archie this turn.
alright, he just goes ahead and gets rid of the poison and the 10 damage. And he's powering up the Eevee, but I think it's still just going to... Here comes the coin flip. Good play, going ahead and using the VS Seeker to grab a supporter, so he doesn't
in
just have
case
a
he gets
useless
Quaking
trainer.
Punched. And let's find out if game one's over.
Alright, and here's the flip. And nope.
He lives.
Gonna hit up to 90 damage.
100, he has the Deoxys on his bench. But the
He did
Denny's
get
going to
it
put
up.
in work.
Now, funny part is, if that Daniel, because he megaphoned the floatstone off, if he can get a muscle band, he can actually return kill on this Leafeon.
He would need a
Otherwise-
stadium, too.
He does need the stadium. It doesn't look like he's going to have any of that, though.
He can entrainment here, though.
He can, and it does look like he's very much considering that. And I
That's
don't blame
probably
him.
his best play.
Probably. I don't see putting damage on the Leafeon really coming into effect.
No, I don't think that there's any way for him to win this game, though.
Yeah.
You're going to be down 3 to 4 prizes and have no energies on the attackers that he's searching for here.
Flareon is a very steamrolly deck, so...
So being one of the people that people look to as a big proponent of Flareon, what do you consider to be your worst matchups?
You know, the best part about the deck is there really aren't too many matchups that will go past 60-40. When new decks pop up, like Executor and stuff like that, who really just destroys the format in a way because it makes it so only certain decks can do well, Executor's not a good matchup with Flareon just because they can play a Silver Mirror. And the thing is, though, is that it makes the format want to play more decks that are good against Executor, like VG, for instance, which makes Flareon better. Same with Toad. So Toad's not the best matchup, but it makes it so there's more Virizion decks and decks that you want to see with Flareon.
Okay.
So even when you run into the bad matchups, though, you still have a great chance, though, just because of how strong Flareon is.
Okay. So, even seeing how that is, would you have considered Eviltal to be a fairly bad matchup? Hence
No.
the inclusion of the Raichu? Or is that just a way to shore that matchup up?
I wouldn't call it a bad matchup. It's a matchup that can rapidly change to not being in your favor. So, but I would definitely give it the higher percent chance
To Flareon?
to Flareon.
Okay. So, in your opinion, Flareon is the best deck in the format. And it has semi to
That's
favorable
respects.
matchups against everything.
Yeah, I think I would say that. I really do believe Flareon's the best deck in the format. I've only played it at every tournament that I went to except for one. That was I decided to play Iron Squids, which is Malamar Bronzong, and that was more just for fun.
Mewtwo. So if that's the case, why do you think Flareon isn't more popular in other parts of the country?
You know, and that's one thing that really surprises me as well. I'm not sure why it's not being played more, because You saw how well Ryan did with it at Florida's regionals, and you saw the explosion of what happened online about it. But what I really think it came down to is that the deck, there's so many things in the deck that when you're playing it, that if you make a little mistake here and there, you just lose the matchup completely.
True.
So, in my opinion, a lot of people argue with me on this, and I'm not sure why. It's a hard deck to play. A lot of people, when they see it, they just think it's an autopiloted deck.
Well, it falls under the same category. They think that all battle compressor decks are inherently autopilot because they think that no matter what you're playing against, you play them the exact same way.
It's not entirely true.
Exactly. Well, that you can attribute it to, although it is, again, I had this conversation with Raul earlier, it's less complicated than Flareon, and Night March still isn't as easy to play as people make it out to be.
Correct.
There are certain matchups, like your Toad matchup, where you actually do have to put a lot of thought into how you make your plays. But I can definitely see why you would say that people will argue with you, because many people would. They would say, oh, your deck is so easy to play, you just battle compressor away all your guys and kill guys.
Yep.
And they think that that is the only thing you do every game.
Yep, and it's not true.
And you put no thought whatsoever into what you battle compressor away.
And so much of the deck is really how you build the deck, and that's one art that's been lost, is the art of deck building in these last few years, just because of the internet.
True. Well, and it helps that a lot of cards are just auto-includes in most decks.
There are a lot of staples.
And that's one thing that is different about Flareon and decks like it, where you normally play a low count of N.
Yes.
Whereas
yes.
most people think that just most decks should play 4N, at worst 3.
Don't get me wrong.
You play
I would easily put in my top 5 best cards in the format.
True, but it is just not good in this deck.
No, it's not. Because the deck isn't supposed to be passive. It's supposed to be an aggressive deck. Now, getting back to the game, we see that Daniel Sheik opens up with what you want to see, the bread and butter, the Toad with the DCE, with the band to put on top, and the laser just for good measure.
And much like his last game on Stream Roll, opens with a Lonia Mask on his second game, which is definitely not what you want to see when you're playing with this Flareon deck.
Definitely not against Toad going second. Going first, not the worst thing in the world most of the time.
He has a battle compressor. So worst case scenario, he can get Execute if he absolutely needs another basic. What is that middle card he discarded off the battle compressor?
Another Empoleon.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 Empoleons and an egg.
And here we go. Well, there's an Eevee. And a Jirachi. And he hit the Bangle, too.
He did hit the Bangle.
Wow.
I don't see the grass, though. Yeah, he's going to attach a water, which will get the job done, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one card that I'm a really big proponent of is the Furious Fist Leafeon. I think it just adds...
Scent one?
Yep, it just adds so much utility. 1 energy for 30 and puts them to sleep. I've been trying to convince people to play it for a while. It's won me plenty of games, but everybody just hates it. So,
well, I feel like I feel that other people feel like it's much easier to just put an energy on your Plasma Leafeon and try to one-shot the Toad, instead of putting it on a Sleep Left. Granted, it's not only useful in that Toad matchup.
it's not. But the thing is, the main thing is that Toads have gotten smart to the point where they don't attach an energy going first. And
Right.
so if you go into that guy, you can smack them for 120 first turn and put them to sleep, which is huge.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I use it in other matchups probably more than I use it in Toad, because it's not the best attacker against Toad, because for some reason they decided to make a Leafeon not resistant to water. And we see Daniel playing a huge Sycamore.
Again,
here.
he's having problems finding other Pokemon to put down on his bench.
He did finally find one of those Mewtwo's.
And he has another DCE to put on it, but he doesn't necessarily want to put that down just because he would lose his Seismitoad if he did.
It looks like Yamask is, we're not going to be seeing a coffin in this game. He's just going to be going to the grave by himself.
That was a horrible pun.
Listen, man, Yamask flavor text, he's a soul that's just wandering around with a mask. Gotta put him to rest.
Don't know how to respond to that.
You don't have to.
But here we see the Juniper off the Jirachi.
Yep. Stellar
Fishing-
guidance
fishing
coming
for that
in.
Leafeon. But even with the Leafeon, he doesn't kill the Toad here.
No, it will not. And
It'll
that's why.
take 2 hits.
That's why I was disappointed to not see the grass energy come out, because the grass just getting there right then, so much damage.
Well, he would have had to be able to move the Yamask too, though.
Oh, the Yamask didn't die?
No, I'm saying if... Are you talking about him attacking on his previous turn? Or just
No,
this turn?
no, just this turn.
Okay. And he scoops.
Wow. All right, bunch of trainers. Gotta love the computer search that you can't play.
Monroe does not look happy about this game.
No, he does not.
Granted, I don't see how most people would be happy. Now, what do you think about, in this situation, do you opt to go, I would assume you opt to go first here?
You have to go first because
Just because you know that you're going to get a turn of trainers no matter what, but you don't want to give... You don't want to give your opponent a better chance of having a Quaking Punch by giving them 2 turns?
there's that, and especially in this matchup, since I can see here that he's only playing 2 Seismitoads. He started with it, so it looks like a Seismitoad heavy deck, but he's actually only playing
Right.
2.
Well, from Earl's perspective, he doesn't know that, considering he's seen Seismitoad in both games.
Correct, and that's what I'm saying, the viewers and Rahul. So try not to tell Rahul here. I'm hoping I'm not too loud, but yeah, you definitely want to go first here, because if those 2 Seismitoads are lost somewhere in the deck, it gives you that chance. And you know, if she does open up with a Virizion, that's just 2 prize cards looking back at you.
True. Very true. He still hasn't seen a Virizion yet, though.
We have not. We've only seen a Mewtwo, a Toad, and a Da-Da-Da-Da.
And a Shaman.
And the Shaman, of course.
Cannot forget Shaman.
Yeah.
He's a very stream-centric Pokemon. Very popular amongst many, many people.
I was
He
pretty
likes
happy
to be
to
in the
see
prizes.
it. He likes hitting with the prizes as well. Sorry about the occasional coughs. I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold, and the cough drops aren't working. So we're going to see the game start open, and Rahul's getting just what he wanted, the turn 1 Leafeon. He started with Yamask again, so maybe we'll see the 6 feet under coming this time.
You see Daniel open with Seismitoad for the 3rd game in a row. Like you said, definitely makes it look like it's a heavy Seismitoad deck. Very interesting that he would open with that as opposed to any of these other things. While Rahul, with his plentiful number of basics, opens with Yamask twice.
Yeah. The coffin really wants to happen. And
I think he can do it for the stream.
I think he can too, and it actually might come into effect here, because if he can't get the bangle, or even if he does get the
He
bangle...
actually already has the coffin in his hand.
Oh man,
So he's going to go get an Eevee here.
But is it going to live? I see the band in his opponent's hand. I don't see... There's a
There's a
DC.
DC.
Yeah, no. Yamask is. He has 60 HP. The Dream's alive. But he has the Skyla as well, so... If she wants to, he can just go ahead and kill the coffin. But I don't think he's going to take that much to just kill a coffin, especially if he doesn't know
With
what
the
it does.
Leafeon coming back at him, too.
Yeah. Because I got to play somebody today who read my Yamask 4 times.
Read Yamask, not
Yamask, not
Cofagrigus.
Cofagrigus, Yamask. And each time, it didn't tell him what was going to happen.
That's why there was another thing I mentioned last time Raul was on stream, is that it's a card that hasn't seen play for a long time.
Yep.
So many, many people, especially since a lot of new people have started playing the game, they don't know what it does.
It's true. When some people credit me with the creation of Flareon is the first Flareon deck I built was Cofagrigus Flareon, and so people who know me are very, very accustomed to the card.
Very true.
All right, so Rahul's gonna go ahead and just Juniper. No coffin today.
The coffin does get to hit the discard pile this time, though.
He does, and
Not
he
in the way
didn't
you
get
want
the
to,
he did
but-
not get the bangle though from the last turn, so he's not gonna be able to just kill him. So he's just gonna go ahead and hit him for the 80.
Still puts a lot of pressure on Daniel, though. He has to put an energy down. But at
I
the same
see
time,
plenty of energies in his hand.
we've seen that this entire, all 3 games, and his energy count is high for this format, but it's not as high as his hands make it seem like.
Very true.
You would think, looking at how some of his hands have been, that he plays like a 20-20-20 deck. Which is not something that is recommended. Do not do it.
There's a reason why we don't play theme decks, everybody.
Maybe Puka can fix that for us.
The dream.
Shoutouts to Puka at his new job with TPCI R&D.
I want to see some half decks come to America.
I think we had that at one time, like the Blaziken Gardevoir collection. This was a long time ago. But another laser on the Leafeon.
I remember.
Maybe Raul can find an Audino this game.
Man,
Or just wake up.
Just wake up. So he has the DC, but he's not going
He's
to
also
need
got the
it.
training center in play.
Is that a Deoxys in his hand as well? Is this Toad just really dead?
The super dead Toad.
Yeah. Well, the full energy's down. He's going to go ahead and just destroy it.
And there's a Flareon too. Wow.
Oh, man. What a
He
set.
has a Jirachi to get another Juniper next
And
turn.
a computer search. It looks like we might be seeing Empoleon hit the field.
No, I think we might just see a dead Mewtwo.
Just very possibly. Very, very possibly.
Yeah, he can. But you're right. We could see an Empoleon. He can easily discard his entire hand next turn. I think he has 6 Pokemon in his discard pile right now.
Right now, it's the number is not enough. That's the number that we're looking
Is that
at.
how you look at it? Is it just
Yep.
black and white with Flareon?
It is.
Either
That's what people don't understand.
Your Pokemon lives or it doesn't.
People need to learn that Flareon is not a deck that you just hang out with. You just go in. And you hope it works out. You know, for me it did. So, not today. Not today it did not. That's why I'm here.
You ended up with what, a 2-2-1 record?
Yep. Yep. And then a drop.
It shows you how rough this new system is. Even just last year when we still had larger than top 8 cuts, a 4-2-1 record could have gotten you in.
They could have, but you know, 2-2-1, top 8, it's rough times. And I can't really complain though, because I have my invite. I'm looking good. So
Now you don't think it's worth it to stay in and chase those
I
day
can't.
2 points?
I can't get those points.
No?
No, I'm already maxed out for this. I think I could probably make like 10, but I don't. I didn't see it happening.
Okay. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah.
Good to see a turn of items from Raul. And another Leafeon instantly hits the field, assuming it's not prized. But it might be. And it is. Or he really just doesn't want to get it out, which seems unwise.
Could be in his hand. I don't know. I think he's just looking through his deck for something because he just keeps going back.
Wants to know what he wants to computer search for?
Yeah, I believe so. He just, which doesn't make any sense, but you know, we'll see what happens. I don't really think he has that many options in his hand besides computer search. The last time I looked.
Did you count how many Pokemon he had when he just fanned it out there?
No, I did not.
Because we know he has
A Leafeon.
a Leafeon and Eevee, the Fulkoff in line,
Yep.
a Flareon, I believe.
Okay, that's 6.
They execute.
Yep.
An Empoleon.
Yep.
Another Empoleon.
Yep.
Anything else?
Not that I can remember. So we're looking at 8 at least.
With a Silver Bangle. So that's 130 right now. He needs 4 more. He can discard 2.
The Autonode ones.
This game?
I believe so.
I know he saved his Yamask last game with an Audino. I don't recall.
I think he did it on the Leafeon, but I could be mistaken.
I think that was the first game.
Okay.
I know
Well,
he
we'll
had
find out.
the
It looks like
Leafeon
he's
the first game.
discarding
A Flareon and I think a Jirachi.
Yep. And looks like he's going to go for a VS Seeker.
4.
We'll see if he goes for the Archies here, but he might just go ahead and just get Juniper, start drawing some more cards. Especially if he's looking for that right amount of damage. Taking one out can sometimes be detrimental.
It looks like he end. Yes.
Well, that doesn't seem like the right play at all.
Acrobikes.
Oh, Battle
another
Compressor
Acrobike
Bike.
or Battle
That's
Compressor.
rough. Alright, he's going to go for the... that should put him at it. He's going to have to discard some rough stuff, but that should
Oh,
put
the
him at
second
the...
Empoleon wasn't in his discard pile yet.
I guess that was the other game as well.
What?
I guess that was the other game as well then. You did the Battle Compressor.
He had another. Actually, I believe the only other Pokemon left in his deck is another Flareon.
Yeah, because he eggs in his hand as well.
Wow. That was not a good end.
No, he got 3 Pokemon off of it.
Now the Pikachu that Roll is playing is
Sweet.
60 HP, correct? Pikachu?
I believe it's the only. Yeah, it's 60. Is there another one?
I think there are two.
Oh, okay.
I think they might both have 60 HP, but I know one of them was like the promo from the Lego movie.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, he is playing the Nuzzle one, so.
I have no idea what Pikachu's attacks are.
It's one for flip a
It's a
coin, if heads, they're
I
paralyzed.
assumed that, but
Tried to win me the game earlier, but my opponent played a switch. Did not see that coming.
what deck?
And, Tasty Toad.
Interesting.
And then his second attack is a quick attack for 2 colorless.
Those sound like very Pikachu-esque attacks.
They are. 1-1. The Nuzzle one is a Lego movie one. Are you sure? Because I didn't see no Lego movie, but I definitely have the Nuzzle.
Well, no, it was a like a reprinted promo. It's like a broken glass hollow,
Oh,
or it might
okay.
just be hollow.
All right.
We know it's shiny.
Gotcha.
And there's a dead Eevee with a grass. But at the same time, ooh, that's a dead Eevee with a quaking punch.
That is rough. But the thing is, though, is that if Rahul just decides to be a Luxac here, never mind. I was going to say, I don't know how many Pokemon he's off from just killing him. If you just, like, drew a Juniper there, I'm pretty sure Sheik was dead.
Really?
I believe he's just going to go for the hit here. He doesn't want to stall anymore. I believe that was 10? No, 11, all right. Oh, that's unfortunate.
He did that hoping that Daniel wouldn't have the counter stadium. Okay.
Correct. But now, remember, he is in hip bump range.
Does he have a
He does have an Audino in his hand. He has to draw the DCE.
The dream.
Now remember, that scramble switch.
See, there are 3 legal Pikachus. Thank you to Random VGC for providing us with these facts.
It's kind of weird that the random VGC guy is giving us the TCG card fix.
Talented.
Yep.
Uh-oh. You're right, here comes that hip bump.
Bro, you're dropping a lot of frames there.
And we hear the hip bump with massive emphasis, a fist bump from his opponent. And
Where did the DC come from? Did he top deck a Juniper? Oh my gosh. One turn too late off of that.
And I talked to him about this as well. Why are you guys okay with only playing 3 Juniper in a deck that seems so heavily dependent upon drawing?
Because bicycles are good. I want my 4th bike, and to put it simply, and also another reason why VS Seeker is easily the best card in the format. So you have 7 Junipers. I know you have to get one on the discard pile, but when you're playing the double Jirachi with 4 Ultra Balls and 4 Battle Compressors, it's normally pretty easy to go ahead and just get a Juniper off.
Okay. My mic died.
Oh. Okay. Is it... Why am I over here?
It's just how it's set up.
Oh.
It feeds back through the speakers in the computer.
Alright.
So we're going to plug this in, and you... No, you do not need to do that. You've got this going.
Alright, well, Aaron's leaving me here. So, because his headset decided to die on him. Unfortunate.
For some reason, it doesn't want to work when it's plugged in.
Oh. We got the handshake. I believe... We were talking about dead headsets. What happened?
I missed the last turn of the game.
Oh, okay. We're 1.
Explosive deck, that one.
Yeah. He decided to get the last VS Seeker and just be a man about it. Draw all the cards that he needed, and so Rahul will go on to be 5-1. Someone doesn't want to go to MegaCon until late. So I'll continue to wait for him, and you guys will continue to wait until the next round.
What a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh, my microphone's working again.
Hey, there we go.
Or no, it isn't.
No, it's not. We almost welcomed Eric Hurt back to the stream, but for now we might just settle with maybe getting Rahul back over here. So no.
You can.
But what about all the 9/11 jokes that show up in chat?
There weren't any last time.
Really?
Really?
Did you see the Florida Regionals one? Oh my gosh. It was like Rahul 2014 cheating scandal. Then it was like Rahul did 9/11, and it was just like, really?
I don't think we should encourage that.
I don't want to listen. It was funny, but like, yeah, it was rough.
Okay, so this should just be charging now.
All right.
So, I mean, if you're going to talk to him, you talk to him with one.
I'm going to talk. Hey, Daniel.
Talk to Daniel instead.
Sheik.
Daniel!
Come here. I want to talk to
About
you.
your seismitoad deck.
Yeah, you're going on stream. You're going to take his seat. So, welcome to the stream, Mr. Daniel Sheik, who's going to have to talk into the same microphone as me. So we're just gonna share.
All right.
Yeah. So Daniel, interesting game. You know, I'm impressed that only playing 2 seismitodes, you started with it all 3 games.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised actually. I mean, I only played 2, and the fact I actually started with it was pretty good actually. And I had the turn 1 toad all 3 games, muscle band, laser, DCE. So it was a pretty good start, I have to say.
Definitely the card that you want to be going into a Flareon deck until the Leafeons come out.
Yeah, about that. The Leafeon's just the problem was games 1 and 2. He had a silver bango on it. So the way it worked was that had I put any energy like on a Mewtwo or anything, he would immediately knock me out. So it was tough.
Now, but yeah, this is an awesome deck you have built here. I personally hate the da-da-da-da, but I love the Shaman EX, and I absolutely love the Scramble Switch. I really want to see that card being played more. Now, have you been having energy problems like that today, besides that game?
You mean like drawing energy?
Yeah, drawing all of them?
Yeah, the thing was I actually played 10 grass and 4 double colors, and I cut down a grass for the trump card,
And that's still happening?
and it's still happening. It's just, I don't know why. It's
Well, it
just-
looks like you just found yourself another spot.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, it's an awesome looking deck though. I really like it. A lot of with the 3 energy switch as well. It's just a bunch of energies moving around. Why did you not decide to play it? Like one question, why didn't you play any Genesect? Because I really feel like that's so powerful right now in the decks that are weak to grass matchups.
So basically, Genesect, the problem that I see with it is that it requires 3 energy, and most of the attackers you see all require 2 energy. So I wanted this deck to be energy efficient, so you wouldn't have, like, let's say, have 1 energy in play and not be able to use it. I made sure that all these attackers, including the Shaman, can be able to use just having a grass energy in play.
Now, what about Jirachi?
Jirachi, why I played it?
No, why can't he attack? Where's the metal?
Oh, well, well, I mean, Jirachi, he gets out supporters, so I think that's a pretty more important job.
All right, yeah, Jirachi does his job. That's right. All right, well, do you have anything you want to say to the stream?
Just want to say that for all you guys who dismiss Virizion Mewtwo, it's a pretty strong deck, so watch out for it. And yeah.
All right. Well, we did just see you lose, so I don't know if that message is gonna
It's Flareon,
go out.
so,
And we're joined by the winner who just beat Virizion
the
Mewtwo.
4th double
That
color.
was so hard. You're insane.
The hip bump. I won't
Actually,
forget
The
that.
hip bump.
The crazy cat lady was following me. And she's like, I need champion level deck building advice. So I just kind of walked over here.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I'm not gonna name drop who he's talking about because that would be rude.
It's definitely me.
Yeah, it's Sheik. Yeah,
Champion deck building advice.
yeah.
I definitely need advice on my energy.
So we'll get rid of Sheik and Rahul. Welcome to the stream. Good luck. Yeah. Wait. What? So you're 4-2 now?
4-2, so I'm pretty much like out of.
Going for them points. Going for them points. Them points. All right, and welcome back to the stream, Mr. Rahul Reddy.
All right, am I talking into your mic?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta share. So,
Shout out to everyone who's watching. Igor.
is he watching?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then also welcome to the stream, my father, Jim Roll.
The legendary Jim Roll himself. Yeah!
Wait, you're actually 5'1"? Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So my dad is also 5'1", so hopefully we see a Rahul versus Jim Roll match.
Easiest idea of my life.
Easiest.
We'll just pull out Love Letter.
He doesn't know how to play that game. Oh, can I have some of that? Can I have that when you're done with it? I don't want to get you sick. I don't mind getting Rahul sick.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
I'm not. I just don't want to leave them with like another 30-minute intermission of just
Well, I guess I
nothing.
could talk about my last match.
What about this sick hat? Put this on.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Lucario bag.
What was it?
Eggs.
But he beat it. Yeah. Yeah, my dad is also playing Flareon today, and he just crushed some eggs. So.
Yeah, boy.
Did he play Silver Mirror? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's most favorable. All right. Well, since he doesn't know what I want to talk about, I'll talk about the matchup I just played.
So before he goes off, I'm gonna go ahead and say I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today, because it is really, really great when I can see that the Pokemon community is showing its love, watching the stream, get some more viewers in here. Let's get let's get this circulating some more. Let's get some more people in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be doing cut tomorrow, I believe.
We are doing cut tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get a big
Hopefully
turnout.
I don't get ninth.
Now I know like every Pokemon player is pretty much at a States right now, except for you, Igor.
You play regionals.
You play so yeah, I know that viewers' attendance will be low just because of that, but really, let's get some people in here. Let's get people who don't know how to play Pokemon in here. They can complain in chat that they don't know what's going on, and then we'll teach them how to play.
Share it on your Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
All right, so now go ahead and talk about that last game.
Well, when Sheik sat down, he told me he was playing Virizion earlier today, so I came in fully expecting a VG matchup. The entire time at the table, he was telling me, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed. Flips over a Toad.
Yeah, well, he only plays 2. I actually can't show you this.
Doesn't matter, I already beat him.
I don't care.
Okay, game 1, as you guys saw, I steamrolled him. Game 2, on my first Juniper, I Junipered my Leafeon, my first one, and after searching, I realized both my Audino, an Eevee, and a Leafeon were prized. Where are you going? Don't leave me. Yeah, well that's all prized. You a hat too? So that was all prized, and as you saw, probably I just picked up my cards. At that point, I couldn't get into the second Leafeon fast enough where I knew my Eevee's dead and I don't have anything else on the board, so I don't want to waste time and just get to the next game. I don't want to keep playing that game out and get on tilt or anything. Game 3, on my initial search, I saw that a Leafeon, 2 of my Eevees, and an Audino were prized, and I knew that was all like. That's why on my initial search, I thought all 3 Eevee were prized, and I was like, I've lost. I have lost this game in the worst way possible. And I saw, there's 1 Eevee left. Thank God. And
I wanted the coffin both games so bad. The chat was asking for it.
I had the coffin in hand.
I know.
I was so prepared to just coffin him.
I was ready. I was so ready. I wanted it.
I was prepared to coffin. But then game 3, as I'm going, when I realized I had 3 Eevee in the discard and I didn't have an Eevee left, and I used Compressor that last time to check what was left, I realized I had 2 DCE, and I'm like, well, let's bench this Audino and play Juniper. I have 8 cards in deck. I'm going to hit a DCE. So I killed him with Hit Bump. As you know,
that's right.
Hit Bump is Audino's attack.
That's
it does
right.
30 damage.
Sand attack.
I could have also used Pikachu's Quick Attack if I'd wanted to.
Yeah, we were actually talking about Pikachu because we didn't know what Pikachus there were, and it was asked how much HP does Pikachu have?
60.
It does have 60. Its attack is a Nuzzle.
It also has Quick Attack for a DC. It does 20 plus 10 for pets, which I've used today. So I hit bumped, knocked him out, and I'm just sitting there praying. Give me one of my Eevees and the prizes. There's 1 Eevee left, and I pull it. He ends me, and I'm sitting there going, either I can set up the win this turn, or I can set it up next turn. He told me after the game ended that since he was down to 1 card hand, he literally didn't have anything left, and he was just literally on top deck mode. So once he hit the DCE off the top to kill me, then I could have put up Jirachi, walled for a second or 2, put up another 1 prize attacker and been fine. But I just kind of sacked him. I literally was just hoping if I don't draw into the Flareon off the end to 2, I win. But if I draw into the Flareon, I lose.
Well, you didn't lose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't
we
lose.
got there. We got there.
I'm not getting ninth today, guys, hopefully.
Cheers.
Yeah. So,
Did you play against any of the XOs?
yes, I did. I played against Michael Canales earlier.
All right. Is he still XO?
Yeah, he played on his Guardian match.
Oh.
He's playing Magnezone and Bullion. Great deck, very interesting concept.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Game 1, I've played against it 3 times. It's stupid how many times I've played against it.
2 times in a row.
And then I realized all I have to do since I play a Raichu is just go strong with Raichu and figure out what to do. Game 1, I just went in with Raichu. He didn't have an answer. He killed the Raichu, I had Flareon's ready to go. He just didn't have an answer. I played a Megaphone, his life dew's gone. Basically then game 2, I was drawing dead. I just picked up my cards early. I didn't want it to go to a tie between us. Game 3, I was dead drawing, and he just kind of set up like 4 Empoleons, and I sat there and was super, super sad. There's 7 rounds today. I have 1 more. I'm 5-1, so I just have to ID my last one. Hopefully I don't get down paired. If I do, goodbye.
Yeah, we're just hoping that my dad and him plays, and then my dad can go home to my loving mother, and then go eat something, get some rest, and then this guy is going to MegaCon, and then we're gonna go hang out.
There's gonna be things done.
Yeah. How many rounds were it? 1 more round. There's 1 more. And absolutely, dude. That hat is all yours. That's right. I give gifts, unlike Mr. Curry, who's been here all day. No, I don't think that, like. Have they even seen the mat that was given out today?
I don't think they have. Somebody posted on Burbank.
No.
Hey, chat, did anybody post on Burbank with the Florida State Championship mat that was given out to players? If you don't know it, that's awesome, but love you, Igor. This was the mat given to players. It was designed by Grafton's mother. She's a wonderful artist.
But the one that was given to the majority of the people had, instead of the alligator, a parasail umbrella set with
Somehow it
delightful symbols on it. Really. Happens. So yeah, this is the one that was given out today. So, you know, there's only 10 of these special mats, and they're great. So, woo!
And if you see me at any future event, there's like a 97% chance I'll be playing Flareon. So don't even ask me when I'm playing.
Welcome to the church. The Church of Flareon.
He made me start playing this deck back in November.
Hallelujah.
He's like, play this deck, it'll be fun. And I was like, okay. And since November, I've played maybe like 2 different decks in between. But I've played this deck maybe a bajillion times. Bajillion's a rough estimate.
I have played a lot of games.
You know what sucks about testing with him? The only is
That's
Flareon.
not even true. That's not even true. I had crappy Gengar built. I had Cryogonal built. I had
Iron Squids.
I had Iron Squids. I had janky Kyurem Plasma.
His decks are not fun to test
No,
against.
I have real decks too. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. I build the meta. It's just,
He doesn't know how to play real decks.
all right, so we're gonna say goodbye to Rahul off the stream.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna follow him and stab him, but you guys don't have to worry about that. So, oh my gosh, the microphone fits so perfectly with the hat. It fits right perfectly snug with the hat. This is great. So yeah, we have not ended the round yet. We're still going. Yeah, Bianchi with the great left shark jokes, and gosh, I'm glad he's gone. All right, just kidding. I love Rahul. He's a great guy. As I'm getting texts from my mom, who's wondering how's my dad's doing. So, come on, Bia, come say hi. Come on, grab a hat and come on. I don't know, like 30 something, or probably, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we got 32. And what the heck?
What the heck are you watching?
I don't know. Why is this here? For some reason, Wildlife in HD is on in the background.
Just make it play.
I think that's the whole thing. It's on repeat, but it's only a 30-second repeat.
It's just been.
I'm really confused. Oh, is this? I'm actually so confused.
You do XSplit or no?
No, it's OBS. So welcome to the stream,
Yep.
Mr. Chris Bianchi.
Enough penalties today, so
You are ruthless. You're a savage judge. Like, you're a good judge, but man, you are savage.
Gotta make sure it's fair play for everybody.
Yeah, but like, when does it come across the line where you're just kind of like being like pushy?
Never.
Because like,
If it's not fair, it's not fair.
I don't know, if round one opponent or whatever round that was, he like 18 seconds of not making a play, you're just like, hey, make a play. Hey, make a play.
At least 40 seconds.
It was.
Nah. He got so nervous I had to leave.
Oh my gosh, I thought you tilted him so hard. Oh my gosh. But no, I appreciate your judging style. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was great. No, yeah, I was where
He played 0 cards. Because I was just walking away. He's like, I'll just pass. I'm like, he goes, I think I'll pass. I was like, wait, you think you'll pass or you'll pass?
No, hey, yeah, no. I did, yeah. I just started playing really, really fast.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just ran him over. And I was super salty because I could have I almost took 4 prize cards with Caphagrigus. But
Oh yeah, you whiffed it.
Yeah, it was prize.
The next turn.
We didn't see any metal decks. That's because they did bad.
Actually, no. There's a metal deck. Right there, table 8.
Table Harrison.
I think table 8. Oh no, that was Michael. In seniors, table 3, he lost to a metal deck.
Oh, so there isn't a metal deck?
I'm thinking Masters.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That guy's right. He actually beat me his first tournament.
Oh.
And he's like, oh my god, I can't believe I beat you. I'm like, wait, you know who I am?
Fun facts with Chris Bianchi. So, I still want to know what this video is. I'm gonna go ahead and click this and see. I'm just gonna. What?
This is what's her name's computer?
Yeah, I believe so, but I'm just like,
She just likes to watch that. That's what she goes to bed to, man.
hey, I can dig it, but like I'm so confused. All right, well we're just gonna put it back on the face cam, I guess. Maybe it's oh, okay, yeah. I can't steal you around for forever. Yeah, it's not. So he's gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to distracting you until the next round. Fun fact: Gengar's 4'11". He's a big guy. Another fun fact: Crobat is like 5 foot. That's not even like wingspan. That's like he is 5 feet tall, and he doesn't even arms and legs. Like he's literally just like a blob with 2 little ears. Like he's 5 feet tall. Think about it. That's a scary bat. If there was a 5-foot bat that was as regular as Crobat, as many as him, I would be terrified to live in this world. So if there's any questions in the chat, I'll be happy to answer them. I am the resident Flareon expert, apparently. So Aaron left me to go hang out with his wife. So you could have intercourse with Crobat. I really appreciate the facts that you're helping out with the Pikachu, but that's an interesting one. I never even thought about it. But you do you, man. You do you. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever gravies your biscuits. I really don't know if you guys have any suggestions on what to talk about, I'll happily talk about it, but I have no idea. One thing, super happy Eggs had a terrible showing today. There still might be some, but there was a lot less here than I thought there was going to be. Didn't really help my game out that much, but I'm pretty sure my dad just took out the last one, and I'm so happy. That deck is so bad. So, not bad.
Bad for my game, the Flareon game. I don't want to play against it. So the less eggs, the better. No palm tree arenas, please. And we see Rodels walking by, followed by Marty Schmidt, the head judge for today. Gives me a big old sigh. Yeah, he likes the hat. That's right. Digging the hat. Crobat is my main man in VGC. He's just really fast, right? He's a taunt U-turner. I don't like those. I don't like the Stolly kind of switchy people for VGC. Trying to just go in. I like the gimmicky stuff. Stuff that makes people cry when they lose to it. It died. Yep, it is charging. Oh, is it? It's a nice headset. It's a nice headset. Oh, you know. We're joined by Renee Curry. And she's gone. No? Yeah, he gets Tailwind and Quick Guard and stuff, but I don't like him at all. He's my first shiny Pokemon I ever had too. Not him, but the Golbat was my first shiny. So I really can't hate on the guy, but man, I don't like Crobat. So I'm still really, really confused. What is this? Layout. Everybody's just kind of walking around. Oh, and time gets called on the match that we're not watching. So I've distracted you guys for the full 50 minutes, whether game or no game. So I'm actually going to head on out for a little while. I don't know if I'll be back for the next round or not. So if I'm not, later. But for now, you guys have a wonderful break. And I'll try to be more informative on how and what decks are going on. This is Florida States. So be back soon.
Hello, Pokemon people, and welcome back to the stream. We're going to be seeing Gavin Grohowski. I'm not going to try to spell his name. That's why you see it as G versus Mr. John Cassidy. It should be an exciting match, and it is a very important match because it is win and in for both of these players. If they tie, neither one of them will make it in. And whoever loses will also not make it in. This being the last round of today's tournament, you'll join us back here tomorrow for top 8 for Masters. I'm not sure if they're going to stream any of the top cuts for juniors or seniors, which are going to be getting started here, or they've already started. I'm not sure if that's going to be shown tonight. If it is, I won't be here. I'll be at MegaCon. But for now, I will be here, commentating away, showing you guys the play-by-play action of this intense game. I am Grafton Roll, and welcome to the 7th round of the Florida State Championships. Looks like everybody's pretty set up and ready to go. So the people that are sure for top 8 tomorrow are going to be my father, Jim Roll, my friend Rahul Reddy, my friend Brandon Jackson. That's really all I can see from right here. Well, also Miami Mike, or Mike Canavas. And a lot of tables ID'd, top 3 tables ID'd, so it looks like those are going to be the 6. I'm not all sure who was there, though. You going home? Oh. Well, it looks like 3 of the 5-on-1s are going to whiff, so... Alright, so we're actually getting in the game now. Gavin is playing Toad Crawdon. Not what I wanted to hear. Excuse me. So, and versus John Cassidy's Toadstool, coin by Orion Craig, another Florida player. He did not do that well today. I believe he left after the 3rd round. This Toad Daunt deck is definitely something that you don't want to be playing against coming into this last round. Not exactly the fastest deck. Could be seeing a tie here if John could pull out a win. The deck revolves around shutting down their trainers and just discarding every energy that they ever want to play down ever. I believe he said that he was playing 4 AZ because he is a monster. Alright, we see the laser come out. It looks like he flipped a tails, so I'm not entirely sure why he's asleep. Maybe that dice is just really hard to see, but it looks like he stays asleep with his own Toad. So Gavin will get another turn of trainers. And that is the one thing that John would have going for him, is that with his own Toad, he can stop all the hammers coming down from Gavin. The problem is that when he's asleep, that's not going to be happening. He seems to be contemplating an in. He really, probably the best play that he could make this turn, because I do not believe he plays a way to get out of the active at this point,
is that he needs to replace the stadium and put him to sleep with long-distance hypnosis with Malamar. And try to put him in the exact same situation that he was in. See if Gavin doesn't want to wake up and then eventually not be able to Quaking Punch. But the turn is early, and we will see. He did not attach an energy from his hand, though, that we could see that he did have some, so he might be going for that play. Alright, I do believe that I see a max potion, but I don't see the stadium. He gets dark right. Its power is also going to be shut off here. It's really contemplating what to play here. Look, he's going to go for the Ultra Ball. He discards a bunch of gold and shiny cards. I believe it's Ultra Ball getting rid of a Lysander Trump card, but I can't tell what the bottom card is. I don't know if that's a max potion. It could be a weakness policy, but I believe it's a max potion. Apple's shuffling up some. It's not left with the strongest hand. He's going to attach an energy to the Toad. Attach a band, showing that he does not have any cards that are playable left in his hand. You know, sometimes players will decide to just go ahead and attach the band there and not attach the energy and try to make it look like maybe his last card is a supporter or something playable. But at this point, he's pretty much just told Gavin, hey, I don't have anything. I have to draw something good or I'm going to start falling behind in this game. And Gavin hits the first hammer of the game, getting rid of the first energy that John puts down. Gavin's going to Ultra Ball away. Draw another card. See what he's going to get. I don't think we'll be seeing a Crawdon. He might get it, just put it into his hand. And John did wake up going out of his turn. He never saw a DC, though. He does get the Crawdon. So he'll go ahead and save that. Yeah, and you see that Gavin's only card is an in. And he's not going to play that with John having a 0 card hand. John draws. I believe he drew a trainer. And he's just going to have to pass it right back to Gavin. Gavin's going to top deck a Juniper and go ahead and get rid of that Crawdon that he searched for. Yeah. Actually, this was the 4th table. And we welcome back to the stream Aaron Curry, as soon as he can get the headset actually on.
Hello.
All right.
So, game 1?
It is game 1. First couple turns.
Toadstool? Not going all the way back to leaving after feeding my dog. So, no. No, I'm going to Julius. Why? Toad Crawdon?
It is
We were
Toad
talking
Crawdon.
about this earlier. We were made note of the fact that it seems like it would be inconsistent compared to other decks like Toad, Slurpuff, but at the same time you have slightly more control given that you have, I assume, Super Scoop Ups, which are very good against, or very good for both picking up and healing Seismitoads as well as recycling your Crawdons.
Yeah, and I really got to hand it to Gavin. The one thing that I can respect about the guy is that he's always coming to these tournaments with really, I wouldn't say innovative because the deck idea has been there before, but he has the guts to play it, and he normally is towards the top of the tables, but he ends up getting in the top 16, not the top 8.
Well,
and
it's like,
has a good
did he
chance
make
here.
day 2 at regionals, or was he was like 35th or something like that?
I believe he was in the top, mid-30s, yeah.
And he was playing the Trevenant Seismitoad Dustnor.
Yep. So he's coming with these fun, creative decks and doing well with them. He just can't get over the hump, and it looks like today that he might. Which I'm excited for the guy. I've been wanting to play Cryogonal now for a while, but I just can't pull the trigger. To see a computer search
Now,
come out now.
and the Cryogonal is just search your deck for a water Pokemon, right?
Hmm?
Cryogonal? Search your... Did you mean Crawdon?
No, Cryogonal.
Like search your deck for a water Pokemon Cryogonal?
The same one has an attack that says 10 they can't attack.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you have to discard your energy though.
That's not very good.
Yeah, it's alright. You play it with Greninja and stuff, and you just